The only thing that I can think of that may hurt ESG possibilities is the fact that if Madden continues to grow upon what they had with the season showdown or whatever it's called, the yard, I believe if they implement what they had done with NFL Street, because it's already arcadey, just having more user based players and implementing offensive linemen and having like 7-on-7 type of deal, or hell, even just implementing like a 11-on-11, just having everybody's my career player where they actually have now that you can play as offensive linemen and kickers and things of that sort. Just having the position areas that we haven't had to play in years, ever since like the PS2 days. I mean, that will basically end ESG and just get everybody back into Madden, especially for those that enjoy the career mode and want to take, that arcade style, that backyard football deal, and use their my players in the right positions that they created themselves as and compete. I mean, it doesn't mean that EA can't do that, but it's like, are they going to take that chance and go the distance and do that? Or even they don't even have to do the my career aspect. They can just use the already NFL players and just have everybody choose based on the position that they want and the type of player that they want, or they can randomize, player selections for people based off the positions that they choose to play when they load up. So there's a various ways of how they can go about it, but I don't know if they will ever implement that. That'd be great if they did, but because Ultimate Team is like the go-to factor, I mean, at this point in time, it's like we've been through all the iterations of the new things that they brought back, revamped it, and the whole process of that for EA is just it's so repetitive, and it's like it's either gonna improve or disappoint a lot of, you know, Madden players or college football players. Like, it'd be cool if they implemented something like that for college football, but I highly doubt it because it is college, and I don't know how they would go about that. But outside of that in general, that's the only thing I can think of at this point in time that Madden can actually make another tremendous step into implementing something completely insane for Madden 26 or anything down the road. But as far as outside of being a Madden fan, for those that are looking for something like that, I mean, you have to direct your attention to ESG because they're basically implementing that and implementing it back in a way where it's more catered to the little details and realistic football, the simulation football that we always wanted. User skills are needed. And like I said, after beta play testing it for a while, these past couple week sessions, especially with the community as well that's currently in it. I mean, we've been having a blast. Like any game that I load up, even college football, I can't even play more than one game like I used to. Plus, I stopped kind of like competing and grinding on it as I, basically got back into it. But just anything in general, like any other game, even if I'm trying to load up like Marvel Rivals or just something else, the fact that having a break from ESG is killing me. Every time we have the break session after having the opportunity to play test it over the weekend, it's like, man, I just don't feel like playing anything else outside of ESG. And that's crazy. That's how addicting it is just from the beta. And the beta is not even fully polished, fully fixed. So imagine once a game gets launched and has most of the issues fixed and most of the stuff polished up, a lot of people is just going to be on there grinding. So that's how good ESG is looking up to, just for the sole fact that they're bringing that NFL Street type of deal back into the football genre that we needed for a football game. And the only thing that I can think of, like I said, for Madden is if they just implement that, continue on with the season showdown, and just continue to improve on it, it will probably kill ESG, but you never know what can happen. Of course, at this point, a lot of people want something else outside of playing a EA Sports football game. And to have another company come into play and deliver something like that is what we need at this point in time. What I think would happen is once ESG drops and EA sees like the decline in the amount of players playing their product and everybody's on ESG, then EA is going to take that advantage because they have competition now and they're going to start to do the copycat deal of what ESG done and really go all in and either make a comeback with another NFL Street game or just continue and implement it into what they already have with the season Showdown. So that's what I think might happen. It's either going to happen after ESG drops or before ESG drops, just so they can keep the player base. Because to me, at this point, like outside of the game modes, like just playing competitively, I never really focus on Dynasty or franchise when I really want to, but it's just it ends up being dead. And then just trying to play in online leagues, it's always the same outcome with online leagues being ran. You get all these rules because how broken the gameplay is. And then it's like when you play regs and you're facing the same repetitive top teams over and over, it's like, man, let me just go into ultimate team so I can play a variety of different teams. But the thing is, they don't have a great search engine to match you up with a similar overall team. You're always getting matched with a matchup difference of a higher overall team, a money spent team. And that's when it comes down to when you're trying to improve your team. It's like you're going through these solo challenges and it's like not even worth it. You're not even getting the cards that they end up releasing with higher overall cards and packs, which makes you end up eventually spending money because the grind is just not worth it and it's ridiculous. So that's how they bait a lot of people, but it's repetitive. We just need something new. And it's like that's the only thing I can think of for EA Sports to move forward is to just bring enjoyment back into the product. And even with the career modes, sometimes the stories is just it's a guaranteed storyline where you can't have different outcomes. Everybody has the same outcome and it's just repetitive. They just need basically a spark. Like the spark that I have with ESG. ESG has brought that enjoyment back into gaming and I'm loving every aspect of it. But let me know what you guys think down below in general about the future of EA and what you guys think about what I talked about in today's video and overall. And for those that play ESG, let me know your guys' thoughts so far in the beta playtest and much more. Other than that, if you guys got any questions, comment down below. I'll be willing to answer any of them. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.